Second, the competition better than the Ravens on the field in Nashville, Tennessee. It's the Flex Zone. Only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. That red light's on. It's go time. And it's go time tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Welcoming into another episode in the Man Cave. Only place giving you sports how you want it when you need it. You want to join us. You want to talk to us. Talk to us live. 301-429-WBGR. Live on that WBGR sports page. Live on that Flex Zone Facebook page. What else we live on, D?
The Twitter.
Most importantly, Instagram and as well that YouTube. Subscribe, the Flex Zone podcast. Which one?
The first one.
Can't do the show alone. Of course, you want to be a guest, flexzone1@gmail.com. Cousin D, what's up?
What's going on, gang? And as they say, the crown.
Oh, boy.
Look at that shiny crown.
Here we go.
Oh, Moto Man must bow.
We starting early.
And we got my man, the councilman here. Second district.
So you're just going to be goofy? You're just going to be goofy in front of company? That's what you're going to do?
I got to put the crown on since I am the leader.
That thing can't even fit, man. Looking like the Burger King.
Is that from Burger King?
Are these Cam Newton Uno cars right here?
That's right. Check us out on the Twitter at the Flex on 1 and my Twitter, Dice29.
We're going to get you a new crown, man. That thing
don't worry. Fit. It ain't going to fit on your head.
You see the cards. This guy doesn't have much words, but he's got goofiness all in him. What's up, Crevonte?
Hey man, I just want to speed through this because as you guys can see, we're a little late. But y'all know who I am, Crevonte Hurd. Crevonte Hurd, Facebook, Twitter, Crevonte_Hurd on Instagram.
My brother, you got the jacket on.
You know,
I heard you got something special.
Okay.
I heard you got something special for us, brother.
You got a bat? Oh, you got a bat.
Oh boy.
Oh gosh.
I just wanted to announce to the world that my boy LeBron James is going to the Western Conference Finals this year. Fuck it. King James.
As we said, abbreviated show, but we are blessed this evening. We have, I call him family because we've been rocking with us since our days. What, D? We were up at Mervo a couple years ago.
Yeah.
He's always supported the show. Yeah. He does it great in the Baltimore City.
Yes, he does.
Mervo alum, like we said, councilman. And I'm going to say it here first. He needs to be the next mayor of Baltimore City. Woo! Heard it here first on the Flex Zone.
Why not?
This man needs no introduction. His work speaks for itself. Councilman Brandon Scott, we gotta give it up for you, brother.
Brandon M. Scott.
Suited and booted, baby.
What up, man? Straight from work. Right.
Straight from work.
He's always working.
And straight to a delusional LeBron.
Oh.
Paul, as you see it, please.
Now, you said something about NBA. NBA starts tomorrow. Before we get to this NFL, I'm gonna give you the floor, brother. Say what you need to say.
Well, I'm gonna shock the world. The Celtics are gonna win the finals in 7. And LeBron ain't gonna make it out the first round.
Okay. Whoa. Bold prediction.
Bold prediction. It ain't gonna be his fault, but them young boys not ready yet.
Okay.
They not ready yet.
I tend to agree. They my team, but I tend to agree.
They not ready yet.
Just gotta coach them up. That's all.
Woo! We said Celtics in 7.
Celtics in 7.
Celtics in 7. Shock the world. Coaching matters.
Look. One guarantee about the councilman: he will not be hard to find. I'll say that.
I will not be hard to find.
Oh boy.
Oh, I love it. Now, Councilman, how can they keep up with you real quick? The people out there watching.
Real simple. At Councilman BMS, Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Councilman Scott.
Any questions for the councilman? Please put them on the Facebook page. We'll make sure we get them to him. We got Garfield Thompson already checking in.
Saying
Mervo, saying get it, Scott. So shout out to Garfield. Appreciate you tuning in. So Councilman, we here to talk some NFL. You were giving us some hot takes in between the break. We got to talk about the home team first. Ravens get it done yesterday. This just saying they got another sack, so they keep breaking the record.
That's 13 now.
They get the 4-2. Tough part of that schedule, 3 straight road games. They come on and play the Saints this week. What do you think about the team, the boys of Baltimore?
Well, I think it's clear with this team. As the defense goes, this team will go, right? If the defense is playing well, it allows the offense to sometimes take the offense a little bit longer to get going. And we know that the offense is not the strength of the team. So I think that this team will go as far as the defense will take it. But I will say that John Brown is one of the best free agent picks this year because he means a lot for that team because listen, the Ravens receiving core over the last few years has just been straight garbage, right? So you could have had Joe Montana throwing the ball to the people that they had out there. Even we all love Steve Smith, but Steve Smith at almost 40 wasn't Carolina Panthers Steve Smith. Sure. And Anquan Bolden at the end wasn't Arizona Anquan Bolden either, or even early Ravens Anquan Bolden. But this defense seems to be dialed in. I think this Sunday is going to be a test because Drew Brees, Kamara, Ingram and them boys coming.
Michael Thomas.
And they coming in and they gonna try to throw a 40 every game. So we gonna see what everyone's really like. But it's also gonna put a pressure on Flacco on the offense to try to keep pace. We saw what happened to Redskins when they went to New Orleans. They kicked 3 field goals in a row, and it was 3 touchdowns in a row for New Orleans, and the rest was history. So I think this game we'll see is a good test of where the Ravens are.
So Councilman Michael Crabtree, you gonna get some crabs this week? He caught the ball this week. He caught it this week.
You know, he might get a crab, but ain't gonna be no obey on him. Man, his hands are iffy, but I think at this point with him though, it has to be a mental thing. Because his hands used to be glue, and just now he's like overthinking, and I think that it has to be that. So maybe if we get a couple more catches this week, we'll put some obey on the crabs. It'd be good.
But you guys actually have a legit shot because the New Orleans Saints aren't the same New Orleans Saints away from Mercedes-Benz. And as outside, it's going to be in the elements, probably going to be cold. Drew Brees actually doesn't do so well in the breeze. You understand? So you guys legit have a shot.
And a quick flex on fun fact, Drew Brees has not beaten the Ravens in his career. He's 0-4. In his whole career, he's beaten everybody but the Ravens.
He sound like an announcer. That mean that's what you don't say that.
Don't say that.
I don't want to jinx it.
Never missed a field goal from 30 yards.
We never missed a free throw.
Well, you know one thing, Tucker won't do that.
Tucker's money.
Now, let's take a ride down 95 South.
Yep.
A team that will actually be playing for first place Sunday
At the same time,
afternoon. And you know what? Fun fact, D, speaking of announcers, this is the first time that CBS has had Redskins Cowboys since 1993. So, been a while. What do you think about, for all of his, Crevonte's a Redskins fan, so we talk about Redskins.
So I grew up a Redskins fan too, so I'm in that age range, and people in Baltimore, when I was born, we didn't have a team.
Gotcha.
So everybody was a Redskins fan, so I support both teams. It's hard for me when they actually play each other, so I watch both games. So, man, what can I say? The number one problem with the Redskins is their coach. I hate to say it. They're blind.
Sound like one of our panelists.
He's
over there smiling.
Their team seems to be the most perpetually unprepared team. And I can only go back to that game against New Orleans. They're coming off a bye week.
Exactly.
Most teams come off a bye week, dialed in. The coach then went and watched a bunch of film, and then just hearing that the first day back from the bye week, they did one walkthrough. I think that this team has the talent. They can win their division outright this year, especially with Philly starting off in the hole. But my question is you never know what coach is going to show up with them, because you can see that they get out-coached in games. They don't really necessarily get outplayed. They get out-coached in game. And some things that they do just baffle my mind. Like, it's 3rd and 1, and you got Adrian Peterson. Why is Chris Thompson in the game? That doesn't make any sense. Go with your strength. And when they're playing against Dallas, and because their fan base is just so disinterested, it's probably going to be a home game for Dallas. So we got to see what that's going to be. But I think what it's going to come down to is whether the Redskins can stop the run game. If they can stop Zeke Elliott, they're going to win. Because Dallas, what they did against Jacksonville is an anomaly. We know that Dak ain't going to throw a bunch of – they just don't have the weapons. Tavon, that's our man. We love him, but – nah, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. So if you stop the run game with Dallas, feed the ball to AP, hopefully the Redskins receivers actually come back. But if not, be smart like they did last week. You got Davis and Jordan Reed. Whew. No one can guard either one of them. Use them. Right. I think that their coach sometimes just outthinks themselves. But I predict that this week that they win. And if not, Dan Snyder might fire him.
Apparently neither.
Is he preaching or is he preaching? He got the suit on.
I'll let you know when you're lying, sir.
Pass the plate.
Go ahead.
You can pass the plate. I would gladly dabble.
Michael Clark Kent said, "Is that the Burger King on the end?" By the way,
because apparently neither Gruden can coach right now.
Oh my God!
Got the better one.
Oh boy.
And we know what? That's how it's looking. And
at least y'all ain't $100 million in debt.
Yeah,
facts. But we used to be Bill once upon a time. But I mean, you hit around the head. I think how they say the team takes on the personality of the coach. Inconsistency has been the thing since he's been there.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? And This will be the test. Our next 2 weeks, we have 2 divisional opponents. I don't care how the Cowboys look. I don't care how the Giants look. It's always going to be tough because it's a divisional matchup. In the Kirk Cousins / RG3 era, we didn't play well against our division. And usually when you don't play well against the division, you don't make the playoffs. So, I mean, I'm talking like we're going 2-4, 1-5.
Right.
Like, I don't have any confidence when Kirk Cousins was playing against Dallas. Can Alex Smith change my mind? I hope so. Can Jay Gruden change my mind?
No.
Probably not. Probably not. But can he overcome? I mean, we will see. We will see. But the next 2 weeks will tell me a lot about my team.
And I think
I agree.
I think the key thing about that is too that it's when you look at him, it's pressure he doesn't respond well to, right?
Mhm.
And this is why it's the same thing for Kirk Cousins. He doesn't respond well to pressure. Neither one of them. So you had a bad mix there. When you look at it, like even last year when they or the year before when they had the chance to beat Carolina on that Monday night and basically cement their place in the playoffs, Gruden came into a game unprepared, and this is the same thing you see with them. And I think that when you look at Doug Williams is actually going out. They're actually going out and getting them the talent.
I like how they move.
Putting their people there for once, and for once, the fan base always complains about the owner. The owner is nowhere to be found. So it's simply
Finally
on the coach, and you just can't see. It seems like he outthinks himself. He doesn't get it. Like this whole thing with Josh Norman, the simple fact that they said, "Oh, Norman has been wearing his headphones during halftime the whole time he's here," and the coach is just finding out last week that happens. That tells you that someone is not really connected and dialed into the team.
True.
I'm just saying, but shout out to the AARP team. For the Redskins, I mean, Vernon Davis, Alex Smith.
Getting it done.
Even Trent Williams
Adrian Peterson.
had a huge 8-yard pickup to put Dustin Hopkins into a field goal.
And y'all got a kicker that's making kicks?
This is true.
Hey, listen, man. It's been a while. And, of course, Adrian Peterson almost hit the century mark, 97 yards. Looking like a little bit of sprinkle of old AP.
Now, Councilman, on the show, we do something called game ball, not so game ball. So pretty self-explanatory, not so game ball. Who didn't stand out this past week? Who was a dub? And game ball, who stood out for you? So, game ball, not so game ball. You need a second, or you good to go?
So I'm gonna say it's easy for me. Game ball is AP.
Okay.
Right. Adrian Peterson is the game ball. Not so game ball is Drake from the Dolphins fumbling on the 1 yard line.
He's on my fantasy team, so I know.
I'm about to say ruin my fantasy
Yes, I know what
week.
you're going through.
In addition to almost costing the Dolphins the game, luckily they were able to pull it out. That kind of what I call a brain fart is just something that puts you on not so game ball for me. So that's what it is. AP, stay with the running backs. AP for the game ball. Drake for the not so game ball.
Shout out to Frank Gore, by the way, over 100 yards.
Yeah.
Still getting it done down there in Miami.
Back home.
Are you alumni? King D, I'll call you that tonight.
That's right. Indeed, we got the game ball. Wink Martindale, the great game show coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens. He 11 sacks. He said, Dean Pease, watch this. And they took care of business yesterday, man. Proud to the Ravens defense. Not so game ball. This great Jacksonville defense they keep talking about. We seen Cole Beasley running free.
I got something for them. I got something for them later. I got something for them later.
What's up? How you gonna blow it like that, man? Letting the Cowboys just beat the Jacksonville Jaguars like street booty yesterday. That was ridiculous.
Dre, I'm gonna go to you next.
Well, my game ball actually goes to the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins beating the Chicago Bears. Brock Osweiler defeating them 3 different times with 3 different teams. When he was with the Broncos and the Texans.
That's sick.
And the Dolphins are the first team to gain over 100 yards against the Chicago Bears defense this year. Frank Gore was their 100-yard rusher. They're 3-0 at home for the first time since 2002. And my not-so-game ball goes to the Bengals.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Say no more.
Say no more. All you gotta say.
We all saw the highlights.
Same old Bengals.
Say no more.
Same old Bengals.
Say no more.
Who that?
Start low and high. Crevonte.
Like you said, I always start low and high. So I'm gonna start with the not so game ball. I have the Oakland Raiders. The Oakland Raiders continue to look like trash. Amari Cooper's now hurt. Derek Carr is dealing with injuries, and obviously Khalil Mack is not there. John Gruden, this is all your fault. Everything that's happening to this team is your fault. You know, so I guess not so game ball. Most specifically, John Gruden. Game ball. I'm gonna give it to the whole Sunday night experience. Sunday Night Football, that was the best Sunday night game I've seen all year thus far.
Yes.
Like, I mean, swing for swing, pound for pound. The first half was a little shaky, especially for the Chiefs and Pat Mahomes. But once he settled in, he was right there. He was gunning back and forth with Tom Brady. They're great. And it went all the way down to the wire as it's supposed to. Brilliant game. And then Pat Mahomes and that Chiefs offense is here.
I agree.
Notice I just said the offense because that defense is going to take some time.
Mr. Houston, come back.
Oh, boy.
Man.
Shout out to Jerron checking in. Who else we got here? Michael Clark, King Gibson. Game ball goes to Wink Martindale. Agrees with you, D. Not so game ball, the official across the league. Yeah, still making bad calls. You know what? I'm gonna go with that.
Across the league.
Not so
I like
game
that
ball.
one.
Oh yeah, the roughing the passer, all these bad calls. And my game ball, my new favorite player, Adam Thielen. White boy getting it done.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
6 straight 100-yard games, NFL record. This guy's doing it all. I mean,
Bad boy.
in a year where you see some guys, OBJ not getting it done usually with that offense, Julio hit and miss sometimes. He's right there in the top 5, probably top 3 right now. He's looking really good, and the Vikings kind of back on track. So game ball, Adam Thielen. Councilman, time for the picks. You got celebrity guest this week, so we're gonna go down the list. Thursday night, I'm sure you'll probably just be maybe getting some sleep because you don't have to watch this game because it's a snooze fest. Broncos, Cardinals. Feel free.
I gotta go with the Broncos.
Okay.
I gotta go with the Broncos on that. At least I know that they have some semblance of a team. The Cardinals are in full rebuild mode, so and their quarterback, I think I can go out there and toss it better. They should call Kaepernick, but hey.
So
a lot of teams that need to call them.
Now we go across. Go ahead, guys.
Tough.
Broncos.
I'll pick afterwards. I don't even know.
I'm going to go with Arizona. And I'll tell you why I'm going to go with Arizona. Because Denver struggles on the road. Arizona has been picking it up in recent weeks. I think they'll get another one out.
Picking up a loss. That's what they about to pick up.
They're not playing good.
That ain't much to pick up.
That's what I'm saying.
We got the London game. Chargers off a big win in Cleveland, hosting the inept Titans.
Keep it running.
It's flip time, baby.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
Okay.
Chargers.
We
It's
like
an
that.
early game. They're gonna be over. I'm going over in London. That's a long flight. Going with Tennessee, and shout out to Baltimore's own Darius.
Shout out to Darius Jennings.
Tennessee.
Yes.
The second district owns Darius Jennings. Shout out to my
That's
man
right.
Darius. So I gotta go with the
Shout out
Chargers.
to Darius
Going
Jennings,
with
by
the
the way.
Chargers.
Councilman.
Now,
I think they got a running game that can kind of stand.
Crevonte, this is for you. And Councilman, feel free to chime in. Crevonte thought the Texans were going to win the AFC South. I laughed at them. They were 0-3. Now they can be back in first place with a win. Who wins?
Woo! This actually might be the best game of the week right here.
It's rough.
Sheesh, I don't know.
I'm gonna go with the Texans because Deshaun's better than Blake Bortles. That's what it is. That's what it's gonna come. It's gonna come down to quarterback play. Both defenses gonna make choices. So Clowney and Watt, they gonna get to Bortles a few times, and Deshaun will make more plays.
I'll tell you when you start lying, Councilman.
Yeah, you convinced me too, Jack.
I'll tell you when you start lying.
Well-
Jack feels like a wounded puppy right now.
Look, the way these picks are set up, look, I gotta disagree. So, I'm trying to come for that number 1 spot. So,
Trying to
Jack,
come for the crown, huh?
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
Jacksonville, please.
All right, let's pick it up a little bit. Panthers, Eagles. Eagles 10 days off.
Eagles.
I like the Eagles out.
Well, y'all know I ain't never picking them. So Panthers, unless they playing Dallas, I'm here. I ain't picking.
Now,
Maybe one toy do well.
don't look now. Jets are 3-3.
Wow.
Tar Bowls, baby. We love you on the flex zone. Keep it up. Vikings go to the Meadowlands and face the Jets.
Not this week, because your secondary Jets still suck.
Oh, boy.
And the
We
Vikings
ain't
gonna get
We
it.
ain't trying to hear that.
Okay.
Captain Kirk gonna light them up.
Okay. All right. Woo, this is a good one.
I'm actually rolling with the Jets this week.
He really reaching. He really reaching and trying to catch up. He reaching.
You got to, though, at this point.
Nah, I'm in second place. Actually, he's in first place. I'm in second, and everybody else is tied.
Okay.
Patriots at Bears. Good game in Soldier
Good
Field.
game. Like
Ooh.
I like.
It's gonna be a lot better than
I like the
we know
model.
what we think.
I like. Yeah, it will be.
I think I'm gonna say the Pats in a close one.
It can also plays.
I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Me too. I'm gonna go with the Chicago. Again, 2 Baltimore boys on the team, so I gotta go with a shout out to Amos, shout out to Fuller.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with the Bears, and
Bills.
I think Trubisky gonna be able to pull it out in the weather.
Bills at Colts.
I mean,
Do we
the Colts
care?
gotta win
Okay.
Sunday, don't
Yeah.
they?
A big WC. Who cares?
I mean, the Colts.
Well-
The Colts offense is not as bad. It's not that bad.
Andrew Luck looks good.
And the Bills, their
They didn't
quarterback
beat
is
Gruden.
injured. So
And when Nate Peterman comes, the interceptions
3 field
come
goals, 3 touchdowns.
Colts.
Hey, get Andrew Luck to New York. He
Colts.
needs to get out of there. All right, let's go.
Agreed.
Browns at Buccaneers. Jameis looked pretty good yesterday.
Yeah, I like.
Bucks want to run away.
Yeah,
I think the
like
Bucks
that.
are gonna win this. Cleveland is back to their normal lose forever self. So, and they're gonna be depressed in Cleveland because LeBron gonna be playing for the Lakers.
Oh, that's
That they
tough.
are.
Lions
Go
at
Bucks.
Dolphins. Dolphins keep it going.
Actually, I'm going with the Browns.
Okay.
The last game.
Ah,
This
Lord,
ga-
how much reaching you doing over
Let
there?
him
He loves
go last place.
Mayfield.
Let him go
He
last
loves
place.
Money Mayfield.
this game, I'm going with the Dolphins at home.
I am too. The Tuners are looking good. They're looking good.
I think the Dolphins.
Dolphins at home.
Real quick, Councilman. Game we're going to be looking at 4 o'clock. Saints at Ravens. We just talked about it.
Oh yes.
Oh, it's real easy. Justin Tucker at the end. Ravens are going to win.
I like that.
Ravens got to get in the 30s though. They get in the 30s. They got the W, and they're going to do it.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh come on, bro.
I'm from Baltimore, and I love my city.
You just picked them. Hold on. You picked them to beat. You picked them to beat the Steelers. You've been on them. What happened?
You've been on.
You put them this
You've
week.
been on the money.
I know,
for
but
one.
it's that Skip Bayless. Like I feel like I'm jinxing them
All right.
if I pick them.
no.
So,
You've been consistent. We've been consistent here, okay?
well, you know what? Fine then. I'll go and I let him.
Saints. I knew you would do it. Saints. Go
Oh,
with the
boy.
Saints.
Another.
And listen,
Go ahead.
the Ravens also never lost to a rookie quarterback. But you know,
They have twice.
It happens. It happens.
All right.
Okay.
Take a trip down 95. Both teams playing at home in the 95 area.
4 o'clock.
Cowboys, Redskins, first
Wait a
place
minute,
NFC
wait a
East.
minute.
Even though the Cowboys probably gonna be at home,
I'm sorry.
I have to go with the Redskins.
I'm sorry, I gotta say it. Because if I had picked them, I would have tied you, D. So, how about them Dallas Cowboys?
This guy's gone.
Yeah, he
can't.
That's who I'm rolling with. Actually, no. I'm rolling with the Redskins.
better
this
roll
week.
with the
Oh, for real?
Redskins on. That's
Wow.
I'm going Redskins too.
Redskins.
I think that the chatter is starting to get to Gruden. The seats is getting hot. I think the team comes prepared. Defense make a couple plays. Redskins.
Crevonte,
man.
be careful. When we all pick the Redskins, they usually lose.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm going. I told. Listen, I ain't picked the Redskins all year. I feel like
Right.
I picked them against the
them
Colts.
once in
I
Arizona,
picked them against the Colts in Arizona, and I'm kind of 1-1 with that.
Yeah.
But this is a huge game. Like I said, divisional game. Must win, in my opinion. Even though we're in first place spot, must win.
I think they'll get
You're
it
in
done.
first
Like
place.
Councilman, you said this next team, the Rams, is the best team in the NFL right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
They gonna keep that going?
Be a mollywop.
I gotta get a nod and some credit, man. They have played better. I don't know the score right now, but they have played better. It won't be a blowout, but the Rams will win.
Todd Gurley gonna get 3 touchdowns, man.
That I do see.
Easy.
I do see.
And
Yeah.
Sunday night they flexed it like we do in the flex zone. Bengals Chiefs in prime time in Arrowhead, by the way.
Oh, it's
Hey, Pat got this
I
one.
had to throw that in there.
Pat got this
Pat
one.
got this one because the Bengals,
Oh,
the Bengals are 0-5 on Sunday Night Football recently.
that loss
Terrible.
was
It's
huge.
terrible. When they're the only game on TV, they're terrible.
And then
That's
ESPN
the fight
gets another snooze fest. Giants Falcons.
Falcons.
Yes.
Monday night, yuck.
in
Phil
ATL.
Sims ain't walking through that door.
He's still sitting
No
at
Sam's,
CBS.
ain't no Lawrence Taylor's coming through
Plexico
there.
Bass.
Ain't nothing coming
Ain't
through
no
there.
ain't no
Tiki Barber.
Tyree, nothing.
Tiki Barbara.
Tom Coughlin.
Look, Mario Murrayham, none of them.
Oh boy.
Ain't walking through that door, man.
Crevonte, you got some goofies of the week?
I do.
Oh,
I'm gonna run through my first one because I want to take some time with my second one.
Go ahead, take your time.
First one, Nate Peterman. I don't understand why you're still NFL
Josh Allen got hurt. So
Josh
that's why.
Allen I don't understand why you're a quarterback at all. I just don't get it. You have a chance to go up and potentially win the game. It's tied 13-13. You throw a pick. Not only a pick, you throw a pick 6, and just like that, the game's over. You had a chance to solidify yourself as something, and you toss it away to Jonathan Joseph for 6 points, basically letting the Texans out the bag. Last but not least, and obviously I'm gonna give that one a green card, but high level goofy red card, Jalen Ramsey,
Oh boy, my boy.
and I'm gonna say Jalen Ramsey because of what he did at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
He decided, he went out of his way to look at all these quarterbacks. I mean, it was in the interview, but I feel like in his response, he went out of his way to say, this guy's trash, this guy's okay, he's all right, he's good, he's trash, he sucks. And specifically said something about Josh Allen. Now, Josh Allen, I thought it was a bit early for him to say what he said about Josh Allen because it was early. not only Josh Allen not as bad as he thought he was, I think Jalen Ramsey he stuck his foot in his mouth. Especially what we said about Dak Prescott. And now you let a Dak Prescott-led offense put up 40.
Hammer time.
And and not only 40, you let a guy by the name of Cole Beasley, who came into the game with 0 touchdowns.
Sheesh.
And scored 2. And over 100 yards receiving. Jalen Ramsey, where you at, baby? And of all the quarterbacks he named, he convened left out his trash quarterback.
He had to.
He had to. I wouldn't say nothing at all. Jalen Ramsey and that Jacksonville defense, it's got to be an anomaly. It's got to be. Is it? I don't know, man. I think he stuck his foot in his mouth, and it is so fitting that he had nothing to say after this, after the post game.
Nope.
It's just fitting. So, this is a rapid fire goofies of the week. Nate Peterman, Jalen Ramsey, you are my goofies of the week, and you guys got to get it together. Thin line between goofy and great, y'all on the wrong side of it.
Jerron, shout out to you. Got short show this week. But Councilman, before we get out of here,
Yes, sir.
it's election season. We gotta ask you,
Yep.
what you got going on? What's next for you? You heard what I said at the beginning of the show. I want a shirt. I'm ready to hit the streets, brother. Let us know what you got going on.
We'll get to that in a few years, but right now
My
we
man.
got this huge election in Maryland for the next governor. We have to elect Ben Jealous. If you care about anything other than people that are already rich, if you care about equal rights, if you care about public education, if you care about equity, if you care about the environment, if you care about public transportation, if you care about anything other than rich people becoming more rich, then you need to vote for Ben Jealous. We know that we have a governor right now who just rides the wave, is scared of his leader of the party and Donald Trump, does not like Prince George's County, does not like Baltimore City, does not like Montgomery County. So we have to put someone into office. It's a great opportunity for us to, one, elect the first black governor of the state of Maryland. We can be part of something in the wave because it looks like we might get 2 other black governors in Georgia and Florida. Shout out
Andrew Gillum, by the way.
Shout out to Andrew Gillum, YO. So that's the most important thing right now for me. Is that's why I bust my butt for Ben. Anytime I'm not spending in my job on the council. I'm out campaigning for them. I'm out talking to people. I'm out being a surrogate for them, doing whatever we have to do because this is a critical thing, especially when we talk about public education in the state of Maryland. If we elect Ben Jealous, we will fully fund our education system. Maryland is the wealthiest state in the wealthiest country in the history of the world, and it underfunds its state education system by $2 billion. Ben Jealous will fully fund that for all of our students.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Shout out to Angela, by the way. She says, been all the way. Angela, we always show you love. We can't forget about you. Shout out to that cake that Dre had, by the way.
Yeah.
Fitting that Dre had.
That's right.
I didn't.
Come on.
Dre about this.
Real quick, you'll be in the building for SmackDown 1000.
Yes, SmackDown 1000. We will be in the building next week. We'll be talking about it.
Councilman, always a pleasure.
Yes.
How can I keep up with you one more time?
At Councilman BMS, real simple, or BrandonMScott.net.
He does get back to you, by the way. He's not one of those phony politicians.
Yeah,
he walks the walk and talks the talk, baby.
He's not like that one-on-one power.
Oh! He definitely not an inside joke. We were saying that on the way. We call it Councilman Tate. Oh, and he watches power. It gets no better.
Get this man a roll.
Hey, look.
Get him on TV.
Tate for man 2020, baby. You heard it here first from the Flex Zone. Subscribe.
Come here. Scott, come here.
Shout out to Brandon Scott. He's a great sport. Look, seriously though, we want to do what we got to do. Get the right people in office. Get out there and vote. Register if you haven't. And like we say, in a few years, we're going to be seeing them back up here because they're going to be running for man. We're going to get them on. We're going to get them elected, Baltimore. Got to do what we got to do.
No doubt.
For D, for Crevonte, for myself, Dre, and of course, Councilman. Always a pleasure. Abbreviated show. But until next week, we gone.
Peace.
Come on, back.